Okay, guys, so here we have the next part of the episodes. Today, we're going to be working on the door. Now, if we go ahead and take a little closer look at this guy right there, we're doing pretty well. It's still drying, so I'm going to give it a few more hours just to be sure. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and take care of our handle here. So pretty much, guys, we got to get it to glue in right there. So pretty much, guys, how it's going to be, how it was in its factory configuration, I believe that it was facing this way. So pretty much factory configuration, it's only going to be able to sit one way, which it's going to be like this. So pretty much, guys, we're just going to dab the end with the glue, dab the end with this glue right here, and meet the two together, and just hope it doesn't slide off while it's drying. So let's go ahead and get our kit, and we're going to go ahead, guys, and start with the process. So pretty much, guys, first things first, I'm going to dab this with glue. I'm going to really make sure I get into the thread area of the screw too, because it can use as kind of like an extra support measure to basically make it more sturdy when it's dried. So there we go, that's about good right there. Now we're going to start doing it with this area too. So I'm going to go ahead and just dab this area in with the little thread holes here. Just dab it around a little bit. Now we can always dry this off later on. So pretty much, guys, we're going to have the two ends meet, and pretty much what we're going to do is let it sit for a little bit. So I got to make some kind of makeshift platform that's going to hold it up so it sits directly like this in the process of while it's drying. So pretty much, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go into my little parts bin, and maybe this tape this tape roll. Yep, the tape roll works perfect. Look at that. There we go. We got our makeshift station that's going to basically hold this in place in its process of drying. So let's go ahead, while it's drying, let's go ahead and take a look at this guy over here, see how it's looking. It is feeling decently solid. You guys know I'm not going to jerk around on it because that'd just be stupid. Now, while we're in here, guys, oh, goodness. Basically, guys, I question whether or not to change the bulb or go into full condition of servicing this thing, going in and cleaning it up. I'm feeling like we really should go into this thing. So, a few things I got to move. I got to get my record player off of it and everything and unplug it from the wall so we can get started on getting inside of this thing. Now, what tools do you need? Well, pretty much, you guys know we need a Phillips screwdriver. Let's go to our toolkit. Now I'm going to be careful to shift this very carefully because we have to basically get this thing to shut so we got a little bit more space. And yeah. So hopefully our makeshift station doesn't move too much. And yes, perfect. Okay, so now we won't knock it out of the way. It'll stay there and we can leave it to dry for hours, however long it needs to dry. Since that's a big part and we're pretty much attaching it to nothing, it's going to take a bit. It definitely is. It's never going to be as strong as it used to be, unfortunately, but it is what it is. So let's go ahead, guys, and show you guys what you need. So, go ahead and open my tool bin. So, guys, see, I got all kinds of tools here. I got small ones to work with computers. I got my Tecton drill bit kit. I basically have the spudger tool to take things apart, and all kinds of good stuff in here. Extra screws, so if we need extra screws, we got them. So, yeah. So pretty much, guys, all we're going to need for this thing is we're basically going to need our baby Tecton kit with the bits. Don't remember exactly which one it is. So we're going to need our tiny little guy here to remove the security screws. And we're going to need a nice screwdriver. So I'm going to go ahead and use that Phillips guy. Pretty much, I've had this thing for so many years. It's so reliable. Definitely get one of these. I don't know what the brand of it is, but definitely a really reliable screwdriver. It's even got the bolt thing here, so you can use a wrench to tighten things, which is pretty cool. Really reliable screwdriver. I love it. Lasted me for years. Absolutely amazing. I wish I knew what company it was from so I could thank them, but unfortunately I don't. But anyways, guys, let's go ahead and get this record player off. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and get my computer out of here. Go ahead and put my computer over here. Oh, okay. And we've got to get the record player onto the desk so it's out of the way so we can move this guy out of its area. Okay. So there we go. We got the bare minimum here. So we're going to have to go ahead, guys, and get all this crap out of the way, get it unplugged from the receptacle, and be all ready to go on to the next part. Oh my god, I still got the Minecraft builder things around here, so looks like it's that right there. Okay. So now we are going to be working with an electrical appliance, so you've got to take the security precautions, so be careful. Okay, so pretty much, guys, this is our back service panel. They say do not open this because there's no serviceable parts. Well, that's actually kind of incorrect. Just say you get a bad motor, you can put a new motor in. Just say the spindle goes bad, you can replace that. There's a few things you can do in here. So pretty much, guys, I'm going to go through my Tecton drill bit kit, and we're going to see directly what one fits. So let's see. These are Phillips. Yep, these are the security bits. So we got to go up in size. I believe it's this guy right here. No, it's not. So let's go to our other kit. Here's our other kit with the bigger guy. I believe it's this guy right here. Yep, there he is. So pretty much, guys, what we got to do is we got to go through the series of removing all the security screws first. Now, I wish I had a cameraman so we can make this a lot easier of a process, but unfortunately, I don't have anybody to record with, so yeah. And I actually like to have things like that. It's easier. It's like things don't get in the way as easy, you know? But anyway, so pretty much, guys, 2 security bit screws. I believe there's another one here. Yep, right there on the corner. Ooh. Yeah, I don't like that dropping noise. Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Do not plug this product into a receptacle. So me saying I'm plugging it from the receptacle probably got a lot of people triggered. Sorry about that. Don't worry, guys. I have this thing properly grounded into a, what do they call it? Oh my goodness, guys. I'm just going to put the camera over here while I do this process. I have it plugged into a surge suppressor from 1994. So don't worry, guys. I am well protected. I actually do need to get myself a new one because I don't think it's suppressing surges anymore. I think it's just a stylish thing. I don't know. So pretty much, guys, all it is a solid piece of sheet metal on the back to protect this thing from unsuspecting victims. Okay, and we just got one more after this guy. Oh my goodness. I think that guy's trying to protect me. Okay, we got the one right here. Okay. So, there we go. Dang it. Oh! Okay. There we go. Got the back cover off. So here is the internals. I always love seeing the internals of stuff. It's like, you can get a factory lesson on how things work. So right there's our motor. Right there's our little spindle. How do you remove this? Well, pretty much, it's just as simple as doing this. And you're good to go. So we're going to get that out of the way, and you guys can see in here, we have some kind of yellow residue on the bulb. So, I believe it's, yeah, it's not that warm. Okay, so we can remove the bulb to clean it. There is a bit of rust on these screws in here. I think it's because of the moisture, like how you start off in a cold environment, and this is heating up the air. So pretty much the cold air gets trapped in here and gets heated up, and condensation forms. If you're not in science class, you won't know what that means yet, and if that's the case, that's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and start off by removing the bulb. This is a pretty simple bulb, actually. Pretty simple. Going to clean that residue off. The bulb is still good. I'm actually going to go to the store one of these days and find another one and replace it still, because I don't know the age of the bulb, when it's going to go bad and everything. And I just want to put a new bulb in, because this is probably the factory bulb, and the date code on this thing is, should say it on the back here. Doesn't look like it says it. Oh yeah, I believe that's a date code 0711. So pretty much, guys, 0711, if I'm reading that correctly, that's the date code. That's the 7th month of 2011. So this bulb is definitely old if it's original. So pretty much, guys, that. So I'm just going to go ahead, guys, and wipe off the surface with my hands. Since we're not going to be seeing too much of this, pretty much it's not really a big concern to really heavily wipe it down. It does help a little bit for ventilation, but the whole thing about it is it's just an area where a motor is. It's not really going to get too hot in here. They have the thermal conditions for it to not be like that. And up there we have our little sensor, which is cool. I've always loved looking inside of these things. It's just absolutely amazing to restore one of these. So, yeah. But anyways, guys, there's also one more thing I need to replace on this. which it's actually the leg. I don't know if I still have the piece, but one of the legs is actually, you guys see this guy right here, one of the leg brackets is actually busted. So I'm going to go ahead and take that apart. That's going to be another part we restore, and this thing will be back to factory condition. So pretty much the leg is probably going to be the hardest thing because it's actually going to support some weight. So pretty much, guys, the way I have it right now, it can hold my record player up. So it can support weight right now. It's just the idea of when it's dried, when I actually have it properly put back in. So pretty much, guys, that's the end of the internals of this. Now I'm not going to put the back cover or the spindle back in yet until we start working on the leg. So pretty much, guys, we're going to start the process of working on the leg here. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this guy over. Let me just go ahead and do that real quick. Oh my goodness. Okay. Definitely a trick. Yeah, so down here is where you want to pay attention to. Yeah, don't worry about that little plastic cover. That's just the decoration piece. Pretty much, guys, this is where you want to make sure it's clean. If there's any dust back here, you want to be concerned. So pretty much, guys, this is our little piece right here that got busted. So pretty much, guys, what I'm simply going to do is remove this leg. So I'm going to go ahead and flip this guy over and start removing the leg. Now I want to remove this part first because it's already loose. Okay, whoa. Yeah, you guys see that guy's definitely loose. Make sure you don't lose the screw. And you're pretty much all set there. I believe I still have the extra screw in my parts bin. So pretty much that's our actual leg. And then this is the rest of what's left of it. So pretty much, guys, I'm not actually going to take this piece out. I'm just going to go ahead and put some super glue next to it and join the two pieces together. And pretty much just let that dry too while everything else is drying. I know it was a bad idea to work on this while we're having this hinge dry, but if you guys saw me move it, you see how careful I'm being. Also, one of our security screws here needs to be cleaned out. I'm just going to go ahead and try to stick the screwdriver in there, even though I know it's not going to turn. Yeah, so if we ever need to get in there, it's going to be hard to, because that guy is screwed. This guy right here is decent. This guy is screwed. It's all corrosion. Yeah, that guy is actually turning. That's good. Just a bit of rust and corrosion. We can clean those guys up. Just this guy right here, that's going to be a pain in the neck. We're going to have to replace that screw when we finish flipping this thing over. So let's go ahead, guys, get our treatment and start putting some glue right into this groove right here so we can fully fix this leg. I'm going to go ahead and fully coat this thing up. I'm not going to show any expense changes here. And pretty much just spoil the crap out of it with glue. And pretty much what we're going to do is do the reverse process. We're going to go ahead and put our leg back in and let the pieces just sit together for a while. And yeah, so that's going to take a while to dry as well. But since we're waiting for everything else, we can also work with that. I don't mind it. Woo! And their leg just fell off, but that's okay. We also I do want to coat this guy up a little bit too with some glue while we're in here. There's our little tube. I do want to coat this guy up a little bit just to make sure there's extra connection here, because this is going to be supporting some weight. Just do want to make sure this is going to be good. We can also depend on the screws too to hold that, because the one screw that was holding it was already good, so really don't have to be too worried about it, but still, I just want to make sure we're good here and we're nice and safe. So I'm going to go ahead and do the process of putting the screw back in first and screwing it in. So where's my big screwdriver? There it is. Okay. So this is a... Whoa, what the hell is that? Ooh, I think I dropped one of my screws. Jesus. There it is. Okay. So pretty much, guys, this is going to be the hardest process, is getting the screw in to the hole without touching the super glue. So pretty much, guys, let's go ahead and do this. And let's get him in there. Yeah. There it goes. It's starting to go in. Okay. Okay, so there we go. So we're looking pretty decent. We got a connection there between the two ends. So it should dry perfectly and be looking pretty good when it's done. So we're just going to let it sit there and dry for a bit, and we'll be all set with that leg. Now, since we are letting it dry, and it can support its own weight with the screw on its own and won't really affect the drying process, I still want to keep it like this for a while until the next part. So pretty much, guys, we're going to let all this stuff dry, and we'll be back with the rest of the restoration in the next episode. So I thank you guys for watching. If you guys have made it this far, thanks so much for watching, guys. See you all in the next episode.